You know what the highlight of my day was, by the way? Well, I already told you. I was mountain biking today, but I had another highlight of the day that was amazing. Was we finally got a new door. We've had this crazy door since I've owned this house. We've had a crazy door. It's just dysfunctional. But I don't know why we were so attached to our door. So we finally got rid of it. I think my kids got rid of it when we were out of town, and they bought a new door with my credit card. And so I woke up this morning to like, and like hacksaws, and they're like taking down our door and putting up this beautiful new door. It's gorgeous. I'm so happy that we did this. And the guy says that some big rabbi told him a couple years ago when he was putting in a door in his house that make sure whoever's house you go to put in a door, make sure you ask for something to eat or drink. He's like, why? He says, because you must make a blessing in their house. You got to leave your blessing in their house, especially with doors. I mean, you're putting in their security system. You know, like give an added blessing to it. Because what's good is a door for someone who really wants to get in. You know, what's a door going to help? So make a blessing in their house too. Give the door, give a blessing. So he said, so if you don't mind, for my father and I, it was interesting. His father had a trach and had to press a button to talk to me, which was just beautiful watching the two of them and how he would kind of help his father along. He says to me, so do you mind making us 2 cups of coffee? We each like a teaspoon of coffee, a half of sugar, and a little bit of milk. Highlight of my day. That I get to be the coffee maker for the door guy. And there I was, went to my kitchen, a teaspoon of this and a half a teaspoon of that. The highlight of my day was making this coffee. So then I go back in my room to get my off-road gear, and I'm coming out with all my padding and everything, and the for riding gear, and he sees my riding gear, and the guy goes, "You're an off-roader?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I'm an off-roader." He pulls out his cell phone and his smartphone and shows me him off-roading in his Rubicon Jeep down really crazy stuff and riverbeds and big rocks and really great. And the guy says, I'm like totally addicted to off-roading my whole life. And I'm like, me too. He's like, how old are you? I said, I'm 50. I said, when are you born? He was a Hebrew speaker, so he knew more the Hebrew. He's like, May. Oh, no, actually April. I'm like, me too. I'm like, what day in April? He's like, the 8th. I'm like, me too. We were both born 51 years ago on the same exact day, and we're both addicted to off-roading. They were crazy. But anyway, the highlight of my day was doing something good. Was turning off the voice of the body. That's the evolutionary side of me. That says survival of the fittest and to hell with him and make your own damn coffee, man. I'm going riding. You know, I'm a what do you call those people from LA? It's one of the 10 personality disorders. I'm a narcissistic LA kid trying to get to the trails, man. I'm not a coffee maker. You know, go to Cafe Aroma, mister. Find a Starbucks. But I put my body I put that voice on hold and brought in a higher voice and made coffee. And I'm telling you, it was the highlight of my day. It was the best part of my day. It was being the coffee maker. This is another highlight because I'm giving this class. I'm giving a class. Big highlight. Think about it. You go to sleep at night and sleep well knowing you gave that day. And 10 times better you sleep if you got feedback. Which I'm always asking people, please send feedback. You know, like people think everything's fine with me. They don't understand. I'm also a person. I have down days. I can be trolled. I can be... who knows what I'm going through? I'm like a human being, for heaven's sakes. You know, I can go through my own hell. And to see someone send me a WhatsApp saying I made a difference for them is like, that's the difference between between a bad day and a horrible day, because the horrible day was going on, and it moved up to bad. with one WhatsApp that I made a difference for somebody. But I think all of us should be making a difference till the feedback hits. Just a good measure, you know. It's nice to do a little something for somebody here and there. You feel better. But I think maybe the measure of it is when it's starting to come back to you. And also another thing. Oh, story in Europe. Crazy story in Europe. So we're off-roading in Europe. And this some guy, I guess he was fixing his tire. I don't know what he was doing. But he was sitting in the middle of the trail. And so, you know, give him a chance to get up. But the guy in the front of our riding group was a little bit aggressive and a bit of a jerk. And I had noticed this guy in the last 48 hours had more things go wrong than is humanly possible. I mean, this guy's mazel was like minus 100. I mean, it just, if it could go wrong, it would go wrong. I mean, this guy, and he would also forget everything everywhere. And it was like, I'm not even going to go into it because maybe he'll watch this video. But anyway, so I was just wondering, like, how can anyone have such terrible mazel? And then, so the guy gets up because he realizes he's going to get hit by this guy with the bad mazel. He gets up, and the guy with the bad mazel rolls right over his glasses, his sunglasses. And mountain bikers and their sunglasses it's an intimate relationship. We take our glasses pretty seriously, and they're now crushed. And, you know, he kind of reaches down and hands the guy his crushed sunglasses because he couldn't wait another second. And, but then it all made sense. And then he looks back at me and he says, you know, what an idiot. He left his, I'm not going to use his superlative to begin with an F, glasses on the trail. I was like, actually, you're an idiot. And I didn't say that. But you're the idiot. When you roll over someone's glasses, you pull out 100 euros, or depending on the glasses, but as an instinct, and you hand him the money so fast that by the time the guy realizes that he just lost his glasses, he's already holding the money for the new pair. That maybe he would say, wow, that's a special guy. And the stupid move you made wound up becoming a blessing for you. Because you took instant responsibility, like instinctual responsibility. Like you're so on point with you leaving the least carbon footprint as possible and the greatest fingerprints. What you want in this world is as little footprint as possible and as much fingerprints as possible, that you touch the world. And that what could have been a curse becomes a blessing.
Shalom. If you enjoyed watching this, well, watch some more, send it, click it, forward it, join it, subscribe to it. You know, keep coming on and joining me in this amazing movement to make a big difference in the world. And the biggest thing you can do of all is to join the Yom Tov Media Club.com. Please go online, YomTovMediaClub.com.